Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below. Good evening everybody and welcome along to Apex Online Racing once again. We are at season 19 of Xbox One F1 and we are here at round number 5 here in Monza at the Temple of Speed for the Italian Grand Prix. Her first held in 1922 and it was just the third permanent autodrome in the world at that time. Indianapolis and Brooklands were the two other autodromes built in that time. There were some close ever F1 race finishes in 1971 with Peter Geffen and Ronnie Peterson being only 10,000 apart, and the top 5 were separated by 61,000. And in many seasons of AOR, we've seen drag finishes in many tiers. Let's have a look at the track, 5.7 kilometers long with 11 turns, 4 to the left and 7 to the right, with 2 DRS zones, 1 from the Parabolica to the start-finish straight and 1 just before Ascari. In many of the tiers tonight, we've seen some intense power on those corners and also through the Lesmos as well, so something to keep an eye on. A track most commonly known for changes of conditions, so we may see some rain in the mix. The fastest race lap was set by Rubens Barrichello in the Ferrari F2004. As always, it's a 50% race which consists of an 18-minute qualifying to decide the grid with 27 racing laps at a race distance of approximately 153 kilometres. 3 compounded tyres used for today's race as always, the softs which is the C4s, the mediums which is the C3s and the hards which is the C2s. Another track where tyre degradation isn't too bad, with the strategy being most likely soft to mediums or mediums to softs. Now let's have a look at the championship standings before we get to qualifying. So, excuse me about my voice. Ewan, after another win last week, tops the standings for Haas with 68 points, closely followed by Jam Pancakes in the Mercedes with 49 points. Then we have Adam Dude in the Haas in 3rd, SSR Bobbert in 4th place, we have XR Lynx in 5th, BMG Clenzo in 6th, Pietro Matro in 7th, Rosie in 8th, Lefted getting his first point of the season last week in 9th place, and then we have Biazar Antoine rounding up your top 10. We have Hawk in 11th place. He's not racing tonight, but he's got some solid points on the board. So the Humperdinck in 12th, Drivebon in 13th, LGS 14th, Connor Eddy 15th, excuse me, Raven 16th, T10 Amaze 17th, Shazoo Christo in 18th, and Zetex yet to score. Looking at the constructors, Haas are absolutely dominating the standings right now, with Mercedes in 2nd with a 30-point gap or so, Toro Rosso in 3rd, Racing Point 4th, Renault 5th, McLaren 6th, Renault 7th, Alpha 8th, Ferrari 9th, and Red Bull and 10th. So, as always, joining me in the commentary box, as per usual, it is Dicer46. Welcome back, Dicer.
Very happy to be here. Definitely a track of slipstream, and we saw some teamwork going on at the at Japan's, but especially between Toro Rossos, and I feel like that definitely could come into factor here at Monza, considering just how many straights it is. It's so how overpowered the slipstream is in this game, that it's definitely a track that you can get so much time by using your teammate to help you along. So this is an amazing track. It's personally one of my favourites to watch and to race on. It's incredible, and as you said, the weather can come into play, so that could be a thing to watch out for, but a nice sunny qualifying and hopefully an amazing race to come.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it always brings out something different in any AOR race I've commentated on in the past, and if tonight's races are anything to go by, then I'm looking forward to what's going to be happening this race as well. So I've just got a few slight issues with my with the capture card a minute, but whilst we do that, I will do a bit of radio commentary anyway. So at the moment on pole position is we got it back now, that's good news. Is T10 Shadow, who is XR Links. He's changed his names, he's in a new team. I can't believe it, we're having a few name changes already. It's a bit confusing, but hopefully we'll get through it already with a 118.552. So brilliant stuff. And like we said about the toe in Japan, we did see the Toro Rossos really start to work together as a team, and I have a feeling those two are going to do exactly the same tonight. Both of them are here in the lobby tonight, and they're first and third at the moment, so I'm sure they're going to help each other for sure, aren't they, Dicer?
Oh, definitely. They both set very decent times, and wow, that is incredible how close
1,000.
those two have come straight away.
Wait, it's the
But
same time, same gap. What?
no, 0.553 and 552. That's incredibly tight straight away. Wow, that just shows how close these guys are in pace. But just from that, it shows this will be an incredible qualifying session, and hopefully later on in the session we'll see some teams banding together. But at the moment, I feel like they're both just going to set bankers at each other, and then later on we're definitely going to see some teamwork and some incredible laps because he's right.
That is not just a banker, that is a sensational lap time already. I don't know what the fastest lap around here, but I can't even get into the 118s, let alone 120s. I think the fastest lap time I've set around here is a 121. So yeah, that's just insanely quick as well. And obviously VSR Antoine third as well. Now, this is a guy who I want to talk about. I jinx him every week. He does well in quali, but in the race it just never goes his way, which is an absolute shame. Whereas some other people, they're bad at quali and good at race pace. So what can you expect from Antoine to improve his race pace to match his qualifying pace?
Oh, he's definitely going to be wanting to set, just pace in the race, really. He just had amazing qualifying from him, it seems to be basically every week, and I feel like he's definitely going to be a lot more switched on today. He's surely going to be wanting to get a good position up, because he's been quite unlucky with his races so far. His race pace has not been to as probably he would want it. So he's definitely going to be, he's probably done some work to make sure that he can keep up with everyone, and his incredible qualifiers will hopefully transfer into the race, and we can see him maybe fighting for a win or even just a podium. That would be incredible. But some of these guys are incredibly fast, and most of them quite tight. There is quite a gap. There is a little bit of a gap though between second and third, but hardly anyone set a lap. This is shaping up just from the qualifying to be a very, very tight race, and especially on this track, tight racing is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, this is why I like this track so much. Just because it's fast, it's called the Temple of Speed for a reason, due to the heavy corners, and they think it's easy to get around this track, but actually it is not, in particularly through turn 1 to watch out for as well. That is where we could see a lot of incidents. So we did see in Oceana, only one person went through the runoff area. Everybody else was pretty decent and made it through, which I was actually quite shocked about. But hopefully we'll see the same tonight. But you never know with these types of things. And the top tier just throwing up their A game tonight. It was very close in Japan, but obviously 130R you can get the toe, so that's where you can gain the most time there. And it just only takes a small amount of attempts, or even a small amount of mistakes to either be first or even fifth on the ground, really. So it's got to be tough. Z-Tex has just invalidated his lap, so he's not going to improve on his lap time as well. Quite a few people yet to get point on the board. 2 people, Christo and Z-Tex. Now Z-Tex only joined, I think, in a second race of the season, but Tribbian, Tribbian actually scored last week, but Christo, I do expect him to score, I think, a bigger this week. He said he likes this track, and if this is the track where he's got to score, it's got to be this one. It's the Tifosi favourite. The Tifosi want the Ferrari guys to win. I mean, they have been looking strong recently, but you can already see the 2 Ferraris running in tandem on the racetrack, Dicer.
Oh yeah, just that, even that just tiny bit of slip could just help out overall. But Christo, he's definitely going to be wanting to score fights. He's incredibly fast, and he's been moderately unlucky. In Japan, he was on par for something good, but everything just sort of He's a bit like Antoine, where he is incredibly fast, but he just doesn't seem to be able to mould the whole race together, and he just has little spells of unluckiness. So he's definitely going to be one to look out for. I can feel that he'll be a contender for some very decent points today. And Z-Tex, he's another very fast driver. He hasn't set a time yet, so I'm not going to base off of where he'll be this race, but I feel like they're probably everyone that doesn't have points will be scoring within the next couple of races, because all of these guys are incredibly fast, and with this league they're all so tightly paced. There's no field spread really at all. Other than Bahrain, there hasn't really been too much of a gap between the front runners and sort of people towards the back. So anyone can, the midfield is completely blown open, where anyone can take a good position here, and it's really just depending on how you feel on a track and your consistency and race pace overall.
Yeah, exactly. We did, obviously, as I was speaking in the standings earlier, Lefty get his first points last week. He got a decent amount of points, actually, which actually put him from the bottom of the standings to in 9th place. He got 12 points, so that was 4th place, and that was a pretty decent result for him. He's got to carry that momentum into this week for sure, and obviously I think he must be liking Italy as well. I mean, he hasn't set a lap time yet, but I'm guessing he's more concentrating on the race more than anything. I know he gained quite a lot of places from last week, and probably starting in the midfield, possibly towards the back, is probably the best situation for some of these drivers, in particular the midfield drivers. That's what I find usually when I race around here, because I'm usually quite... Oh, as I was speaking about Lefty, he almost went into the wall, but he just saved it there, so I almost commentators cursed him. But I didn't, as he's still on a lap now, and I think he's going to go into the pitch. Yes, he is, to set another lap at the moment. So, obviously, no one is improving on their lap times at the moment, as we've got yellow flag in set to 2. But I guess there's people moving out of the way. You can see the Toro Rosso is just trying to give the Toro on the back straight. I can see in the track map, I couldn't really see much what's going on. So we've got Shadow in front, and then we've got Pietro Mato just not that far behind, but he needs to go a bit faster than that. But I guess he's running out of fuel, because I can tell he's running on low fuel mode. I can tell you that. But yeah, I think this is going to be a very close race, where qualifying, I think, is going to come down to with a few seconds to spare. I think I'm going to make a bold prediction here, if you probably agree. It's probably going to be the closest qualifying of the season.
Oh, definitely. We've already seen, like, I'm just going to say this now, the Renaults, they've just done some incredible teamwork. I've just been seeing them, and LGS just allowing Bobbers just to stay in that slipstream for most of the second sector, along with the whole of the first sector, and he didn't increase his lap time due to, I think, an invalidation in the last sector, but it was very, very good teamwork, and I feel like we're going to be seeing that through quite a lot of teams, especially towards the end here, because you know, we've just got it. There's just, if you go, Z-Tex is gone, 6 minutes left, and he has not set a time.
That is through the first actually, no, it's not for Ascari.
No, that's for Ascari. Exit Ascari, you must have just clipped the gravel.
I'll go on with Bobberts to see if we can see his car. I think it might have gone, so we might have missed. Yeah, we missed it.
If you got on Jam Pancakes, I think. Yeah, no, he's just clipped the gravel. I've just gone on board. He's just clipped the gravel, gone a bit wide, lost control of the car, and he's gone into the wall.
That is a shame.
Very easy place to lose it. The curbs can spit you out perfectly there, so it's a very easy place to lose it, and without setting a time as well, that must be very frustrating. But as you said, starting for the back / middle back can really help out here if someone towards the front messes up a bit. So it's really, it could be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, definitely. As Jam Pancakes is he was on a lap, but I think he had to back off. I'm trying to find someone that could be on a lap potentially. We got Clenzo in. Oh no, he's invalidated as well. We're not getting any luck when finding people to go on board at the moment. It's probably just me as he goes into the pits. We'll probably find someone just before the end of quali. I should be more prepared for stuff like this. But anyway, everyone is pretty much going to the pits now, except Shazoo Humperdinck. We've got Shazoo Christo out on a lap, and we got Lefted as well. Everybody else has opted to go into the pits right now. So yeah, I agree. C-Tex, one of the only people to not score a point, so that's not going to help him whatsoever, but Christo might be liking that he's ninth for the moment, but it's going to be really hard as he's right in the middle of the pack. And just look at that Ferrari, he's waiting for his teammate. I mean, he's going to give the toe straight away going into turn 3 and into turn 4. Tifosi must be loving this right now as as Tribby and I fingers decide that Christo will be the best hope on getting a Ferrari up top in this Grand Prix. And I thought they were going to have a toe through Ascari there, but they did it through turn 3 and 4 instead. So good work from the Ferrari. It looks like the Ferrari-powered, well, the Italian-powered teams, such as Ferrari and Toro Rosso, seem to be the one that are doing the slipstream and toe, and also Renault as well. So, you know, it's something to do with the non-English powered teams at the moment, isn't it?
But you see quite a few cars out on there. I feel like Williams might try it, but because see a bit of amazing letting off a little bit, but I don't think he is. But it's quite weird how only a couple teams have adopted this strategy. I think Toro Rosso is giving a Haas a toe there. Yeah, he is. Pietro is giving Ewan a toe, but no, he's on an outlap, so that doesn't matter then. But yeah, that's quite strange. I thought there'll be more teams adopting this strategy, but at the same time,
wow, Christo,
there's a lot of outlaps.
Christo went purple in sector 3. I think he improved slightly on his lap. That puts him into P7 now, so that's pretty good for Christo. And you know, he's not that far behind Pietro as well, as everybody is going to go on that final lap. And oh look, it looks like the Ferraris are giving it a toe again, this time the other way round.
It's perfect teamwork. And look at that, now it's Tribbian's turn. Christo's going to let him go, and he's going to hope to increase on his lap now. But I haven't actually seen the Toro Rossos helping each other too much today, but that has just changed. I've just said that, and
they're closing up. Look,
yeah, they're closing
waiting
up rapidly, and here we go.
yes. Lynx, as most previously known, obviously he got a good qualifying result last week. He's going to give Pietro a toe now, and then Pietro's going to give Shadow a toe in the final lap, which I think is fair enough. Link is the fastest of the two, so you know, as Link does a corner cup, he's on a out lap anyway, so fair do. So I didn't see how much time he gained through that first Lesmo. I didn't see how much time, but oh well, I'll figure that out pretty soon. We'll see how he is gained time in sector 2 in a minute, as he's got the DRS wide open at the moment. I've noticed a lot of people are going into more of an ERS mode 4, because you gain more in ERS mode 4 than 5 in some tracks. That's almost close to bidding it for oh no, Pietro's invalidated. That is harsh.
But he did just eke out of the white line, and even if it was to save his car from going in the bin, he's got to hand the baton over to his teammate now, though, and that's all that you can really say. He's going to obviously slow down. That is a very good time. And Shadow's definitely going to be wanting to increase on that, and he's going to have the slipstream with his teammate. But wow, that is an incredible time for provisional pole, and it's going to be a lot of work from, I'd say, Antoine or Shadow to beat that time.
Do you know what the fastest lap time on Xbox is for around this track?
Not sure.
I can't remember, because obviously I don't go on Xbox very much. But here we go then. As correctly predicted, Pietro's going to give the toe. It didn't work out for him, but is it going to work out for his teammate Shadow? Oh, just look at that time he's gained there in that first sector. I mean, it's worked out brilliantly for him, as Pietro has retired. He's done his job, he's done the work. So all he's left to do is help his teammate, as the checker flag is about to drop. Soon as Antoine has binned it into Ascari, and he's out of the session. And that's not going to help people that are just about to go through Ascari. And those are the two Toro Rossos.
Yeah, Shadow's just slammed himself into a wall there. He's not happy with that. He just touched the gravel on the outside and completely lost his lap time. He wasn't happy with that and sent himself into a wall. So there's now quite a bit of traffic through the exit of the
two Renaults working together. Two Renaults working together again. Interesting enough, I noticed that the Renaults have done the toe slightly differently to the other teams. They do it for Ascari more than anything. The second Lesmo, which I think is you probably gain the most time, but I don't know. Or you might try and do it before the power got rolled. We'll have to wait and see. it's kind of like an anti-climax of qualifying, really, as we just got the 2 Renaults, 2 Mercedes, and we've got Racing Point, and we've got Haas, and we've got a Williams, I think. T10 Amaze, that's it, that's the person we're waiting for. And I don't think Jam Pancakes is going to do his final lap in time. No, he's not, he's retiring.
No.
So the 2 Renaults come across the line now. We've got Bobbitt's first, followed by his teammate. So Bobbitt's goes into the pit. So it's clearly Bobbitt's helping out LGS as a 1:35.3. That's not an improvement. Clenzo goes into the pits. He can't improve. So it's just up to Humperdinck. I don't think he improves either, I'm afraid.
Nah.
So that was a quite short end to qualifying, but it's still impressive. 1:18.366 from now Shazoo Ewan. I have to get used to that now. But yeah, he is, without shadow of a doubt, he's probably his 3rd pole of the season, or 4th, I can't even remember. But I'm not going to jinx him that much, but he is kind of reminds me of like Veloce Surprise and Evo back in the days where they dominated qualifying. I mean, we could see the likes of him. It doesn't matter what team he's in, he just absolutely dominates.
Oh, that is an incredible time. Especially when I don't think he got any slip stream on that time either. So that was incredible. But yeah, I'm really surprised that Jam Pancakes didn't set time. That's definitely hurt him a lot. He's down, starting in last now. That could really hinder him because he looked quite strong. After Bahrain, he looked the definite favourite for the championship, and he's slowly reeled off until he's starting last now. Again, as I say, could be a blessing in disguise depending on how anything happens, because Ewan now starting right at the front and could even be in the firing range for if someone messes up, because it's so tight, the first chicane, that someone messes up, they hit the person in front of them, and it's just a domino effect, and it can really hurt a lot of people. So we're hoping, fingers crossed for the driver's sake, that there will be a clean first chicane, and we would see some amazing racing.
Please, I swear to God they make it through turn 1 unscathed. I always get scared when I do Italy on this game, even if it's through open lobbies or league races, because turn 1 is just absolute mental. You've got to be on the money right from the word go. If you mess up, if you break too early, then that's it really, that's game over. So that's a bit of a shame if you do that, but looks like all the other drivers should be alright, as we got quite a mixed bag of drivers that we'll usually expect. And I forgot to predict who I wanted to be on pole for qualifying, but I was going to predict Ewan and he got pole. So yeah, that's good there. So we're about to get the tyres up for you, and looks like it's going to be a dry race. So no rain expected, unless we're going to see what happened last week where we did a dry, well, it was kind of dry to wet, but it wasn't enough for the wet tyres. So, you know, we may get the same, who knows. It was similar conditions to what we saw last week, but we'll see. So top 10, as expected, on the softs. No one is on the hards, and we've got Adam Dude also on the softs outside of the top 10, and everyone else on the mediums. So strategy, like I said earlier, soft to mediums, or mediums to soft, Dicer.
It's those on the mediums probably going to be the ones that are going to want to be using the slipstream of this circuit to keep up with the top 10 soft runners. Then at the end, going to use that tyre advantage of having the softs to try and break away or set a faster step of the race. As that is the advantage of starting on the alternate compound, that you can get that extra point, or if you manage to stick with the front runners, that you can really let loose with the faster tyres. So Adam Dude, though, he's chosen to start on the softs. He's probably just hoping to cut through the field and latch onto the back of people like Christo and stick with them for the rest of the race and just make his way through the field. So there's definitely mixed strategies going on here, even though it is just a there's only 2 compounds you can really choose from, because the hards is just sort of a get out of jail free card if there's an incident. But yeah, there's definitely a mixed bag of strategies here. I don't know which one could be faster, to be honest. I feel like the mediums maybe, but if Adam Duke can cut through the really he just needs to cut through Connor Eddy and SLR Bobbets. So it could really, it's really up to it's really anyone's race, to be honest.
Yeah, I've raced here quite a few times, and mainly I qualified lower down the field, and usually I find the mediums to softs faster because you're able to challenge the other midfield runners, and you're able to go quicker, much quicker than them. And ones dying on the means on the bottom half are definitely very smart. But Adam Dude, he could prove us wrong, and Adam Dude, I expect, is probably going to think there's going to be safety cars, because the amount of safety cars we've seen in the tiers tonight, there was quite a few actually. So I'm guessing they're predicting that as we're Jam Pancakes is going to be the last of the drivers to go on the grid slot at the moment, as the grandstand are waving. The drivers are waiting on the grid. The 5 red lights are coming on your screens now. And we are underway, and it looks like a pretty decent start from both drivers at the start. And Ewan already going ahead, as we've got VSR Antoine making a huge dive into turn 1. He's going to take advantage of it into turn 1. Shadow's already dropped down into P2. And brilliant stuff from the McLaren driver. Left it as well, dropped down into 4th. From Maze up into P3. Shadow is having an awful start right now from P2 all the way down into P4. Looks like, I think by looks of it, everybody seems to make it through cleanly, which is very good news. What a relief for us, as Shadow has lost it again, has left it, has made a move around the inside, and he's lost position, as Clenzo is going to try and go into the middle of this as well. He's going to try and take advantage. Free wide into the Lesmos is not going to work out, but these drivers think otherwise. But bad start from Shadow, good start from VSR Antoine, just what he needed, Dicer.
Oh, I'm so happy everyone got through without any damage there. Everyone was, they were all side by side, and it was an incredible start for the race for everyone. Being able to just go side by side and everything, but yeah, Shadow, not particularly great start, but Antoine, he's already having a little bit of a breakaway from Amaze as well. He's already breached that 1 second barrier, and he's right on the back of Ewan. He's looking quite strong for this race. Hopefully he'll be able to keep it all together and pick up maybe a podium here. But Ewan, obviously, taking that lead. Incredible start from him. Managed to get away straight away. And he did start on the outside, so he managed to cut off Shadow instantly after Shadow not having the greatest push off. But an incredible start from those guys. And side by side with Lefton and Shadow, those two are really going at it. And now BMG Clenzo might try and stick his nose in here. Very, very tight and compact from around 4th downwards. Everyone right on each other's tail. No one being able to pull away here. And ooh, I saw bumps I just saw there trying to stick his nose in. That didn't work. But a load of people side by side. An incredible start to a race.
Yeah, it is, but I do see a yellow flag in sector 2, and it's Corner Eddie that spun into, I think, turn 5, I think, by looks of things. So that is a bit of a shame. I think the only person to have a bit of a spin, I think there's no damage though, so it looks like he's got away unscathed. So that's Clenzo making another move. Look at how many trains are through Ascari at the moment, as Lefted trying to make a move on Clenzo once again. Couldn't quite make it work. LGS might join the party pretty soon, sooner or later. The top two are just running away with it at the moment, and Antoine trying to close in quite nicely. Here we see a Williams and a McLaren binning it. It's Z-Tex, and oh no, it's not Williams, it's a Mercedes. It's Humperdinck. Oh no, so Z-Tex, like we said, is hoping to get some points this race. It's not looking likely at the moment. Adam Do not having a good start at the race at the moment. Roberts has just got past him as well. They're all still close together. I mean, I don't know how they're making through turn 1 unscathed. Christo getting a 10-second penalty.
Bit of recollection there with Pietro. He's down to 12th. Oh, he's dropping positions everywhere.
No.
Oh, that first corner can be a killer, and that's
Z-Tex gone. I think he's retired from the pit lane.
Yeah, he has, hopefully. No safeguard correction. Whoa, jump pancake from Pietro. That could have gone a lot worse. And flying Rosie sticking on the inside of Lesmo. How's he pulled that off? That is incredible.
Rosie, bravo.
That was a very good move there. Managing to stick it in the Lesmo and somehow managing to make it work. That was incredible. But yeah, everyone, this train is turning into a heavy DRS train. And oh, I think that is Christo touching the gravel at the end of Ascari, dropping in position there. And I think he lost one Trivian as well. But as you said, the top two, that is incredible. 3.5 seconds, and that was a bit of wing damage. And I think that's Christo again.
He is struggling like no tomorrow, I think. I think he's have to go into the pits, but he's not. I think he's lost a bit of damage to his right wing by the looks of things, so he's going to lose a lot of downforce. Flying Rosie's going to have a go. He's going to take advantage onto the right-hand side, and they touch a little bit. That's not going to help us. Christo in the runoff area. They've had contact, massive collision. Pietro somehow and Flying Rosie managed to avoid all of that. Everybody else downwards.
Not sure what happened there.
Christo has had a huge amount of issues, and somehow Christo no damage. I mean, how on earth? I thought he had damage for a second there, but no damage so far. It might be a bit of an end plate missing, but he's struggling so much. It might be that his pedals are playing up. It looks like it is his pedals, because the brakes are just, you can see the sensitivity. It's not, the brakes is not as high as it meant to be, whereas the throttle is normal, but the brakes is not. So it might be his brakes are having issue. I don't know, but we won't know what's going on in front of the cockpit. Only the drivers know. So hopefully his setup will get back sorted shortly, because we want to see him racing as per usual. Let's jump back to the front. We've got DRS enabled, so this is Antoine's chance to get past Ewan. He's got the DRS mode open. He's got 0 ERS, but he's closing up to Ewan quite quickly. He may fancy his chances into the turn 3 and 4 soon, but going through to turn 1, he backs off a little bit. Let's see what Ewan's ERS. They're pretty much the same. They're pretty much even on pace. Different people fighting for the race win each week, and this week it seems to be Ewan versus Antoine at the moment. As this is our Roberts and Adam Dude got past Tribbian as well. So Tifosi, it looks like, as Ewan has corner cutted a little bit there, and that might have been a time penalty or a warning there, but yeah, the Tifosi, it's not been their day, hasn't it, Dicer?
Oh, not at all, really. I mean, Christo obviously having those issues where not sure what it was, and then Tribbian, he's still holding on to some points here, but he's looking quite he's looking quite unsafe here as he goes across the track. He's a little bit squiggly across through the nose rows, but he's keeping on of it quite nicely. He has lost out on the DRS though. There's a two ahead of him, gone side by side there. SSR Bombers dropping another position, but he is the fastest of the... Whoa! Oh, that is... I think it's Crystal again, actually.
Oh,
there
yeah,
is definitely something wrong with him.
That is...
Yeah, he's completely lost his front wing. There is definitely something wrong with his setup there.
As Humperdinck had to pit earlier on due to the damage. I think he was the only one who had to pit for a pit stop. Everyone else got away unscathed, and I think Chris is going to be the second victim of a change in front wing, which is a bit of a shame. But if I was him, I would go on to the hards and try and get to the end of the race, and then maybe go on to the softs afterwards, probably about lap 23 to try and get the fastest lap. I had to do that in a race where I struggled, so I think Christo will probably do exactly the same things, because the hards can go for a pretty long time. You never know, he might go on the mediums. I do see mediums about to be fitted onto his cars, so my theory's been proved completely wrong. So he must be doing soft, medium, softs. He's been held up quite up in the pit lane. His pit through will not be very fast today, or it might be a glitch of the game. And Tribbian and Pietro's out as well. And we got a safety car.
Oh, that is perfect timing for Christo. That will do his strategy wonders.
And no, it's not. Yeah, it does. Yeah, he's just gone out of the pits.
But that's pulled the grid right together. That is pulled the grid right together, and that could give a few people an opportunity to change strategy if they want to. But just a few people to pick out here. Jam Pancakes has made up 7 positions. That is incredible. SSR Bombers, the leaders of the medium runners. But yeah, we see quite a few people boxing. Ewan and Anton both boxing. Everyone on the softs boxing. Yep,
I'm not
everyone on the
surprised, because the mediums, they last quite a bit of time around Monza, so you could get away with going to the end, but it's going to be quite tough. So they might change it to a 2-stop and hope for another safety car. Literally, it's not just the medium runners, Dice. So literally everybody is going into the pit lane.
Yeah.
But I think Humperdinck and Christo will probably stay out, as they pitted quite recently. But everybody else is going into the pit lane. Actually, no, scrap that fact. Flying Rosie stays out. Which I think is...
Mediums till I die. He's
all right.
It's
he's
a strange
on the medium.
strategy.
It's on the medium, so I fair play. But everyone else won't have to make a pit stop, whereas Flying Rosie does. So you know, it's going to be very tight for him. But you never know. We've seen surprises here in A1. Flying Rosie could give us one of those surprises.
Another surprise I just looked out for is that Bobbits has moved on to the softs. I'm not sure what he's doing there. Obviously, the rest of the medium runners gone to the hard, so that's the only tyre compound that they sort of feel suitable to run into the end of the race. But Bobbits has gone to the softs, so I'm not sure what he's doing. Could work out for him though. I want to see his strategy. That could be something to look out for. But everyone else onto the mediums, 20 laps. It can definitely work for them. It's about 2 or 3 laps before the usual pit time, so it's not too much. But hards for everyone else on the that started on the mediums, and this helped Jam Pancakes out as well. He's right up the back of the medium of the midfield, so he can hopefully be able to cut through some more people. And towards the end of the race, those hard tyres are going to benefit him loads. But Flying Rosie, I'm still not too sure what he's done, but he has a plan and he's going to stick by it, and I respect that.
Yeah, that's why I like Flying Rosie, because he doesn't want to follow the crowd. He wants to say, you know what, everyone else is pitting, I want to stay out, and he's going to stick by that, so good on you. So apart from Flying Rosie, the person that's gained the most positions after the pit stop is Jam Pancake, so well done to him, as we do see Williams quite lagging for me just a little bit. I think that's left it, I think, in front of Jam Pancakes. Hopefully it's not lagging for him, so otherwise there is going to be some issues there. So everyone's made a stop, I believe. Yes, everyone's made a stop apart from Rosie, so that shouldn't be a problem there. And I remember the safety cars that had happened in real life F1, and it was just as crazy. And we've obviously the game has made it so the safety cars are a lot more realistic, and obviously we didn't get many safety cars last season in season 18, so it's just nice to get it realistically at a suitable position, and realistically when it happens in real life. And I hated the idea at first due to the increased patch, but since I've grown more to it now, I think it comes out the right time. It only comes out too much because there's a lot more crashes, so if they keep it cleaner there'll be less safety cars, so yeah, which is helping most of these guys very, very well. And I think we only got Humperdinck to close into, and then after that it will be race time again.
Yeah, I definitely like the safety car patch. I think it's very good that they've had it so when there's an actual crash like the Pietra incident, which has brought this one out, it does spread a lot of debris, and there's obviously cars in the middle of the road, and it also allows people to sort of, come back together. Those who crashed don't have that much of a disadvantage. So I like it a lot more. It's just, I feel like the one main reason that people don't really like it is that it can be a bit off. Like I had one where someone retired, but someone didn't retire. They lost a little bit of their front wing and it pulled out a safety car. So obviously it's a bit still off, but I do like this patch more than before when it was barely coming out. So it helps the racing a lot more, because people like Humperdinck, miles behind due to his incident on the first lap, 30 seconds behind. He's now right on the back of Christo, and also Christo, he's been helped out loads after his technical incidents. It just helps the racing so much more, and it really tightens up the race. And now at the front, the two that were running away with it have been pulled right back in, and they're now going to have to fight for their positions instead of being 5 odd seconds away.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tight. It will be up to Ewan. Is one of those people that are used to safety car restarts and does it very well in this league. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that he could hold up to Flying Rosie, and he's on fresher tyres anyway. After saying that, he's just had a bit of a lock up into going through a couple of past the second leg mode, but there we go. So everyone's caught up now, so surely the safety car should come in this lap. So we'll have to wait and see. I know there's the
There you
F1.
go.
Yeah, it is. I know the F1 Esports Pro exhibition race is going on right now, but you know what? This race is going to be a bit more better. Stay tuned into this. Don't bother about that. You can watch it back. Just watch this, because this is going to be absolutely intense. It's been very intense already. As Flying Road, they're all weaving. usually when I weave in safety cars, I usually get contact with another driver. I mean, they're taking so many risks here. They're probably going to try and break some slipstream, but I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. I think Rosie's playing some mind games right now. As we see, as Rosie is going to try and get a good start. As you can see, Ewan has had a much better restart than Rosie. Both of them already playing games. It might just be the AI playing with them a little bit as a limiter, and lights out, as it were, and away they go. But once again, Antoine has had a really good restart. I mean, his starts at the moment in Italy has been superb, and also Amazed as well. Look at Amazed around the outside into turn one. Let's see if they make it through clean this time. A little less cleaner as Rosie's gone off, and he's down into fourth place. We had a bit of contact. There's a Red Bull spinning in the background. That is Connorelli, but apart from that, T10 Amazed, the biggest winner out of all that. He was like fourth, and now he's up into second right now. So, you know, I was not expecting him to benefit from this. I mean, he is a Scotsman. Andy was picking him up last season, but yeah, this could be a solid race for him if he keeps this up.
Yeah, he's definitely had an amazing restart. I feel sorry for Ross today. Felt the wrath of the no room into turn two. It was very painful for him. He just gets pushed out a little bit, and he's dropped quite a few positions, but he's still got that strategy where he's switching onto the soft, so he could maybe try and pull this back and get something like fast as that. But Antoine, he's managed to overtake Amaze, but Amaze is not going to let that slide. And Shadow's been boxed in there. That's managed to keep Amazed onto the podium, but Ewan has been able to pull away instantly because of this. And yeah, Amazed already sticking on the podium. Hopefully he can keep up this race pace, but Shadow is right there. They are front wing to front wing. Hopefully they'll be able to keep it clean. I feel like they will. These two are both very good racers there, and they both have, as Amazed has had to pull out a little bit, and he's now into P4. But incredible start there for Amazed. He's managed to gain a few positions, and now he's sat in P4 quite comfortably.
You know, you just want to miss a few moves that can cause contact, because even though P2 is nice for a second, you want to make sure that you can actually finish this race, because to finish in a position, you first have to finish. So I think that's what Amaze is holding back now, but once he gets to the end of this race, he's going to be flying. So I can tell by the way he's driving, he's saving his fuel, he's saving his tyres right now, so we'll just have to wait and see on that one. So we're on lap 11 out of 27, almost halfway into this Grand Prix. The race has almost had everything apart from rain at the moment, but hopefully rain doesn't happen, because it doesn't look like it's going to happen, because it is really sunny right now. A typical Italian, it is meant to be the summer in Italy on the game, and it looks really, really hot right now, but that means the tyre temperatures and the track temperatures will start to increase, so it's going to get a little bit more tricky. If DRS is enabled again, this is Shadow's chance to pounce on VSR Antoine then, as we go through to turn one. He's not going to have a go at this stage, he thinks better of it, and I think he's going to wait until he has more ERS. He's saving ERS, but right behind we've got the two racing points, I nearly called them Force Indias, fighting over P5, and then we also got Amaze right ahead as well. Amaze must be loving this, that the two racing points are fighting together as well. Jam Pancakes is having a beautiful run on the Renault down into turn 3 and 4. Let's see if he can attack. LGS closes the door, and does a Hulkenberg see you later. You're not having that position, my friend. You're staying in P8. And Clenzo's left the session. Hopefully we can get an invite from him, get an invite back for him into the session soon. But LGS, some great defending there from the Renault driver. He's into P7. He's not looking, he's doing quite well actually in the Renault, to be honest, Dicer.
Oh yeah, he's been doing. I've seen him throughout the whole race. He's a very consistent racer, LGS. Hopefully I won't curse him. Okay, good.
I hope not.
He's had a little bit of a moment there. Thank God he didn't fall off them, because that would have made me look horrible. But he's a very consistent racer, and he's doing very well for himself. P6, and he's right on the back of Rosie, and he's got those fresher tyres by quite a bit. But Rosie has been looking quite strong with these tyres, to be honest, though he's now left the session. Clemzo, who's keeping him nice and keeping him behind nicely as well, considering there was also DRS, and Shadow's got the move down on Antoine. He's had a very good start, considering his lap 1 start was not the best. He dropped quite a few positions, but on this restart he's done very well, and he's moving himself up into P2 where he should be. Now he's just got to hunt down Shazoo Ewan, and he'll be laughing. But LGS already, he's now within 3/10, and he could try and move, but he has got his teammate behind him, and that's yellow flags, and that's Christo again, I think.
Yeah, it is Christo. It's one of the Ferraris anyway, so I can see it on the mini-map, so...
Yeah, that's Christo. He's just into the gravel. He's managed to get himself out now, though, and he's going to carry on.
Look at this. Christo's out of the session. Look at this. Flying Rosie and LGS. I think Flying Rosie's back. Yes, he is. No, it was Clenzo that disconnected, not Flying Rosie. Excuse me. As we both go side by side into the Ascari. We've got another yellow flag. That's another... I'm sure that's another Ferrari that's actually... No, that's gone. Surprising no safety car there, but thank goodness that didn't happen there. It might have helped other people. We'll see. The Flying Rosie's going to get the slipstream. He's going to get the DRS. He's getting a better run on Bobbert, even though he's going to be stuck in a sandwich soon. So LGS has really got to help his teammate out here if you want to stand a chance of doing it, because otherwise he could gain not 1 but 2 positions, Flying Rosie. As we've got Jam Pancakes on the back of this as well. He can sense that he wants to go for it as well.
I feel like the runners are going to work together. They're going to get ERS save. I feel it because these two have been working together in qualifying, and yep, LGS switches right into none as SSR Bobbert takes control of the situation, and maybe on the DRS zone they switch again, or SSR Bobbert, he is on those soft compound tyres. Still not too sure what his strategy is, but I do want to know. So those two could just be switching in ERS saving, unless Bobbert does run away a bit, and he does seem to be keeping control of the situation. Yeah, but Anton has dropped a little bit back from Shadow, and Shadow's caught up with Ewan.
I was speaking to Shadow a few days ago actually about the race, and he was thinking of possibly not taking part in this league at all due to the mistakes he made last week in Japan, which was towards the end of the race, which was a bit of a shame. But just look at his pace now. I mean, he's showing that he definitely still deserves to be in this league. He can't give up, and he wasn't looking very strong in practice around here, but I'm guessing practice makes perfect, and that's what Shadow is doing. He made a few mistakes at the start, but he's showing that he can't give up on this circuit, and he's already into 2nd place. Ewan is showing he is good as ever so far. Adam Dude is right on the back of Jam Pancakes, going to approaching into Little Kink into turn 3. Let's see what he could do as well. We've got Antoine possibly on Shadow soon, but let's watch Jam Pancakes on Adam Dude. No, they're not going to make the move as Christian left the session with the Adam was tired. Anyway, so that's all right. Two Williams, what am I on about? 2 Renaults working together as well, as we're pretty much running halfway into this race so far. Let us know in the chat who do you think is going to take the podium spots today. It can be anyone's game after we've seen what's happened in the first 14 laps, Dicer.
Oh, definitely, and you talk about Shadow, he's talking about his mistakes he made last week, but he's got incredible pace, and all that it takes is one mistake from his rivals, and he's straight back into into championship contention. And he's got incredible pace, and Antoine is sticking there, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough, to be honest. And battles across the field, just looking at it, it is incredible how close these guys are. Surely Antoine's not. No, he's not. He's thought better of it, and he just stays in the back and doesn't do what he did last lap. And Jam Pancakes, we've just seen, made a move on Rosie. Rosie on those extraordinarily old tyres, he's dropped quite a bit, and Jam Pancakes, obviously he's on out to the end of the race to make good his positions, because those hard tyres aren't going to be their ripest now, but coming towards the end of the race, and they could be very good, and it could be very easy to overtake people on them, because they'll be on such old mediums. But switching back up to Antoine here, he could even try and move here going into Ascari if he gets a good exit. Oh, Shadow does get a bit of a better exit though, and back up to 5/10. He might have to try it on the start-finish straight then, because there's little between these two DRS zones. So if he can have a go Ascari here, then he could maybe try it. But Shadow's looking very strong, but personally even stronger than him is Ewan. And just watching those two Renaults, even more teamwork between them. They're just switching positions, allowing each other to ERS save. It's beautiful to watch, really.
If I could give a team of the day so far, it will have to be Renault. They've done it in quali and they're doing it in the race as well. I mean, you know, you can tell that if you want to get a good teammate, you want to have a teammate with a decent pace, and that's what they're going to do. Roberts is in the pit, but obviously Roberts went for the gamble. He went for the softs. The softs are not going to last the whole race, so he has to go for another set of softs then. So I think he started on mediums, then he'd go to softs, and then he's another set of softs. Oh, ouch! Front wing change. So he must have had damage earlier on. And Antoine's got a penalty, but I didn't see where he got damaged. Or I might have missed it, I'm not sure. Hopefully the drivers could see light of this, because I don't have a clue. Because they were running okay. I think I might have just jinxed the Renault boys. I do apologise.
He still needed to box, obviously, Roberts, but
He got so much time though, that's the thing.
That front wing change, that definitely hurt him. I'm not sure where he got that, but I'm starting to doubt his... Oh, and Lefted is in the box as well. I'm starting to doubt their strategies, I'm not going to lie, because all these guys don't have to box again, and though for these next 10 laps, they will be incredibly quick. If he wants to get back up into P5, he has got a long way to go, and a lot of cars to do in 10 laps.
Like pretty much 20 seconds, 25 seconds he's got to make up, because he's 12 seconds, actually no, he's 12 seconds behind Clenzo, or 15 seconds, I don't know. As Rosie goes into the pits, on his old mediums, and he's going to go on to the soft, so everyone is pitted. There we go, it's just a tyre change, and Rosie's doing quite well, no damage so far from the racing point. And it looks like he's going to keep to that one-stop strategy, and it's not out of the woods yet. He can still get points, because you never know, there might be other drivers that get penalties, and the Ferrari drivers are struggling. Obviously, we've got one driver out, and obviously Trivian is getting better, but you can just see that he's not liking the way he's handling the car at the moment, and his tyres are starting to get a bit worn, so that's going to really help Flying Rosie, as he's already starting to gain 1.7 seconds, 1.6 now. So this could be easy for Tribune, but it's going to be a long ask if he wants to find 10 seconds on Clenzo, but you never know, it might be a team game.
Obviously Clenzo's back now, but everyone else, these people have got like 10-second penalties from what we've seen. Just from this game is very horrible with its penalties, because if you cut the tiniest bit, if you go over the first chicane, and if you're literally just a little bit off, it's like a 5-second penalty or a 10-second penalty. So it's very sketchy with its penalty system, and Rosie's now there second. It could actually be looking possible here, considering Clenzo's also on the hards. But yeah, it's looking very good here. I've just noticed up ahead. What on earth has happened, Ewan?
Ewan, he was 3 seconds clear. Now he's 7/10. What has happened? Oh my word! I did not spot that. Thank you very much for spotting that. And I just jumped into that. I literally do not know. He might have just had an... I don't think he's got any damage though. No, he has not. So he might have just had a spin of some sort. That's going to put so much pressure on the Haas driver. There's 2 cars behind him right now. So that's going to be really, really difficult on these last laps. The dominant victory for Ewan may not be so dominant. I mean, don't forget, Ewan has got a 3-second time penalty, I believe. Antoine, I'm not entirely sure. But we'll check penalties soon as well, just to keep you up to date. But I'm guessing Antoine's these guys... Antoine's got 2. So... Ewan will still be ahead, but Shadow, does Shadow have any penalty? Not Shadow.
Shadow's only got 1 warning.
So Shadow
he's looking very strong. He could just stick in this DRS train. He's saving the DRS, but he's looking to push a little bit. These guys are really tight, and Ewan has got like no ERS. That could be a big problem for him, considering he's leading this terrain. He could even drop 2 positions on a DRS zone if he doesn't have enough to keep him at high pace. This could be a very, very big fight here. 7 laps to go. And the tempo of speed and just the slipstream on this game can make this extremely exciting. This could be something to watch here. Plus with the fights in the background, wow, this race is shaping up into something absolutely amazing.
I think you were brought into here, well, just the right time. Japan was crazy, and Monza is even crazier right now. This is just insane, as we've got Shadow, who is looking like to have given up on this league. He is not, he's going to carry on. I hope, Shadow, after this race, you can carry on in this league, because his performance today has been incredible from pretty much... He has a mantra of never giving up, I think his advice was. I told him to never give up, and he's followed my advice, and I want all the drivers to as well. Let's see what Antoine's doing. He's backed off. So has Shadow. It's Antoine has gone into the runoff area. That's giving you a sigh of relief, surely. Antoine, he just keeps getting bad luck.
No, don't. Oh, he's just giving his current to the wall now.
I swear we keep giving commentators curses, because every week he's running second, he just bins it.
He's just another fight. He's given up on the race. That's frustration. He's just driven himself into the wall. He's got severe wing damage now. Oh no! Oh, only 6 laps to go as well.
That is just unfortunate.
That's heartbreaking.
Antoine. Like he was looking. I think it may just be a lack of concentration. It might be that, because you never know. If you just don't look for 1 second, then another minute you're in a wall or into the runoff area. I mean, by the looks of things, Antoine missed his braking point. By the looks of things, into turn 1. Turn 1 is really hard, I must say. So, you know, I mean, it's just, I have no words. I mean, what does it take to have luck in this league for this guy? I mean, hopefully he'll have luck soon. I'm not just saying it because we're in the same team, but I just hate a driver to get bad luck after luck each race. And Antoine is out. He's retiring out of frustration. I feel so bad for Christo as well, and Zeta. They've got no points. They've also had bad luck, and you know, what does it take for them to have good luck around here? I mean, you know, enough about that. Let's concentrate on the rest of the race. We still got a battle for the win, and Ewan might lose it due to penalties. So what Ewan has to do is force Shadow into a mistake. That's it. If he forces Shadow into a mistake, then they're pretty much even Stevens.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very tight. Obviously, he can't get away from him. It must be very frustrating, because he's definitely talking to Jeff and not hearing any penalties, and that could definitely hurt him. But Shadow, he needs that morale boost after last week, and he's high concentration here, using his DRS very wisely, and using that DRS to his advantage. He probably knows that Ewan's got a 3-second time penalty, so his main goal is most likely at the moment to stick behind him, because though it would be nice to finish first on track, the way this track is laid out is that overtakes can be extremely costly, as we've seen throughout the race. So if he wants to make an overtake, he's going to have to do it at risk. So it's just whether or not in his mindset he's thinking, will he want to...
Whoa, Rosie!
Oh no!
Rosie's out! Scary!
And SSR Bobbers was involved in that one. He's been given a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision. Not sure what happened there.
Another victim of a Scary. I mean, it's causing a lot of incidents tonight. Not as much incidents as I thought it was going to be, though. Mainly the instance I saw in the Sky was from qualifying. I think I've only seen a few in the race, but it was a shame for Rosie. I mean, he was on a mission on those soft tyres, and that just come back to bite him, sadly. So another bad luck driver. I mean, you know, that is a shame for him. I hope he was going to get some good points, but unfortunately, that was not going to happen for him. You know, that is a shame for him. But we've still got 12 drivers left. Fastest lap so far is 1:21.5. SR Bobbitt set the fastest lap at the moment by quite some margin, but I think he's on the soft tyres. So let's see if anyone else is going to go for it. Left did as well. But All we need to take is left it to get fast enough, and then no one will get it out inside the top 10. Here we go, Shadow. Is he going to go for the... He's going to try with 0 ERS, but no, Ewan goes on the attack. But I know that Shadow won't go for aggressive moves as of yet, because he knows that Ewan has got penalties. As Tribune's out, the Tifosi is probably left the building. They've left the venue now. And, wow, Dicer, look on the left-hand side of your screen. We are in for a mighty last few laps of this race. Safety car.
No way. Oh,
Yep.
no way.
Yeah.
This will be a last lap safety car. Surely no one's going to box. Oh, Bobbits is, and that's a 5-second time penalty for him.
That is probably the latest safety car I have seen. This is going to be how long is this safety car going to last? I don't know.
I really hope it doesn't finish, like, it doesn't end the race like this.
I hope not either.
If it does, because if it... Oh, Ewan could be stuffed, though, because this is going to bring the pack right together. And Jam Pancakes is on the hards. He's going to be in... His tyres are going to be in their prime usage as well.
He might box, though. He might box. He can box. The
Ewan...
ones on the mediums can box as well. So I would say everyone from 3rd down to 7th, if I was them, I would box. I mean, you got nothing. Pretty much everyone could box.
Yeah, if everyone just... Ewan is in the box.
Yeah, they're following
and
my
no
advice.
way Shadow's sticking out.
Shadow, yeah, I think Ewan's got nothing to lose right now as Jam Pancake is staying out. And I thought more people were going to go into the pits, but only Ewan is in the pits.
Oh, this is incredible.
Has that been a strategy disaster class for Shazoo Ewan? You never know, but we've seen how the softs can go really fast on the final few laps, so anything is possible. Ewan is going to hope people around him have got more penalties than him.
Oh, definitely. Ewan, he's going to have to do a lot of cutting through the field. And then if he wants to win this race, he's got to push out 3 seconds in probably a lap. It's not going to... I feel like he's made a big mess up there. I feel like if I was in their situation, I would have stuck out, because it can, to be honest, this late in the race, position over new tyres, surely. And that's what Shadow and Jam Pancakes has done. And this can help Jam Pancakes a lot in the championship. And this can help really everyone here, because a lot of people have boxed. And SSR Bobs is into the pit stop again. He's serving his 5 second. He's got nothing to lose.
Yep, safety car in this lap.
Hallelujah.
Oh. Hallelujah.
Bobbits
Thank you, game. Thank you. But that's not how Bobbits, though.
No, that's absolutely destroyed Bobbits, because he's just come out of the pits.
Oh, that is a shame. And Shadow's weaving again. I mean, I'm not sure about penalties, but Jam Pancakes is right back in this. I mean, Jam Pancake's strategy has worked out to perfection today. I mean, his tyres are going to be they're going to be mega quick. The mediums are going to struggle. The hards are going to come into its own. We could see Jam Pancakes really start to floor it here. As we're going green, we're going racing again, and Shadow has got to a very good start once again. Let's see if Jam Pancakes could make the run into turn 1. He's not going to chance it, I think. He's decided to back off, which I think is brave. He's only got a few laps to do it. I mean, it might be a bit risky for him, but he's going to have a go now. They're going side by side into turn 2 and 3. Let's see if Jam Pancakes could get the run. I'm not sure it's for the win on trap or penalties, but Jam Pancakes wants another win. His last win is in Bahrain. He could get another one here, and he breezes past T10 Shadow, and he's on for a race victory. Sensational stuff from the Mercedes driver.
That was an incredible way, straight off the bat, just in the exit of turn 2, be able to take the position. But there's probably 2 things going through Shadow's mind here, and it's definitely just going to be consistency and making sure he doesn't get that final warning. But Ewan has just cut through instantly there. This could be a big battle. Jam Pancakes has also got a penalty, so those 2 are going to be fighting for championship position here.
Here we go, here comes Ewan. Ewan, I think, is going to breeze past the maze. Yes, he does, with those fresh soft pound tyres. I think I underestimated Shazoo Ewan, I think, with his strategy. Oh, no, they've had contact. Amazing, spun round. And, oh no. Could this race get any crazier? He's down into 7th. As Ewan is in 2nd. Wow.
This is going to be incredible.
This is
It's the
going to be
final
a
lap of the
crazy
race.
finish. It is
And
Jam Pancakes versus Ewan versus Shadow. As it stands, Shadow will win due to penalties. But come on, we still want to get, you know, what Ewan needs to do is overtake Jam Pancakes and be clear of Shadow by 3 seconds. And he's already purple sector 1. I think Jam
it's
Pancakes.
over a second already.
Yeah, he's already a second, so he needs to gain another 2 seconds, and he should be fine. As Jam Pancakes, he's gone wide. Ewan goes to the outside, and Ewan takes the lead on the second Lesmo. Ewan, what a move! He forced Jam Pancakes into a mistake, and we thought Ewan was going to be out this race victory, and he's still in it. Jam Pancake's going to go once again. They touch wheels again. He's forced off again.
God.
This is questionable driving, I think, from these two.
God.
Shadow's, oh my God, what has gone on? Shadow's out of the session.
He just pulled a Sebastian Vettel and he's rejoined incredibly unsafe. And he's just caused Shadow
No, Shadow. I mean, he was running so well.
Severin, the final Ascari, Ewan wins. Adam Dude is in 2nd. What?
And has won 2. This there's going to be a lot of stewards reports after this. I mean,
oh my.
Jam. I mean, I think quite a lot of people were involved in that race. So yeah.
The final Ascari. One more turn.
I know.
And that would have been a race victory.
I know. I was trying not to be biased here, but I so much wanted Shadow to take the victory, and he's already in chat. He is so gutted. Oh no.
SSR Bobbitt's picked up a point. I guess that's always look at the upsides.
And I think he's got fastest lap as well, Bobbitt. By the looks of things. But my oh my, what a crazy race. I mean, we've had 2 crazy races in a row. I mean, this season is already shaping to be good. 1 minute, like we said, we thought Ewan was running in 6th when he pitted for the softs due to his spin. And then and then Antoine spun as well. Next, Ewan is 1 again. What? This is insane. I mean, Ewan is a masterclass right now. He goes to show why he is the driver that he is. I mean, fair play to Ewan.
That great, that finishing this, you would not, in a million years, I don't think I'd be able to predict that. Adam Dude 2nd, Humperdinck in 3rd, and LGS in 4th.
That Humperdinck from 14th.
Adam Dude from 13th. That is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to. I don't know who to give driver of the day to, because I was going to give it to Jam Pancakes before he had a spin in Ascari, but will I give it to the race winner? I don't know.
So much bad luck. I won't give it to Adam Dude. I did not see him all race, and then he's managed to pull out right at the end.
Yeah, I mean, we've only had 10 finishers, but I must say, well done. I agree. I'll have to give driver of the day to Adam Dude. I mean, in the standings before this, he's 3rd. He could jump quite a bit actually on Jam Pancakes. He could close in on Jam Pancakes. That means Ewan extend his lead at the championship. This is just, you know, this has been an almighty end of this Grand Prix. Monza it always brings out intense races. We thought it was going to be crazy in lap 1, turn 1. It's been crazy on lap 27, turn 1. And for Ascari, I mean, you know, next week, by the way, it is Belgium, because obviously Xbox Live had his issues. We were meant to be commentating for the first time that week, but it's no break week for us. We're in Belgium next week. Another good race. What can we expect from Belgium next week, Dicer?
Hopefully not that much carnage, but a very
Yeah.
good track, and it's a very fun track. So hopefully there will be some very tight racing there, and hopefully we will see the championship get pulled in a little bit more, because Ewan has now been given a lifeline to run away with that. So hopefully there should be some good tight racing here, and hopefully the racers will keep it clean, and hopefully it should be a very, very strong race.
Yep, indeed. So will Ewan manage to hold on to the lead in the championship next week? Will Jam Pancakes be getting another win? 60 was so close tonight. We'll have to wait and see. Make sure you join us same time next week at 9 o'clock BST for the Belgian Grand Prix. I've been Jess Games 95. Dice has been Dice. Thank you very much for joining me in the commentary box as always.
Thank you. It's been an absolutely cracking first two races to be commentating over, and I hope for more like it.
Yeah, indeed. And we'll see you next week for the Belgian Grand Prix. Good night.